On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Systemic.
Affecting or related to the whole of something, especially the human body or a society.
Examples:
The systemic arteries. Systemic reforms of the organization. This vaccine causes mild systemic side effects.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Urbanization.
The process of population growth and physical expansion of cities, often involving increased migration from rural areas and the development of urban infrastructure and culture.
Examples:
Urbanization process. Non-urbanization area. Rapid urbanization has led to many environmental and social issues in cities.
Inequality.
The unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
Inequality in salary. Algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.
Presumption.
An idea or belief taken to be true without proof or confirmation, an assumption or hypothesis based on incomplete evidence or understanding, a forward or audacious attitude or behavior that assumes too much authority or familiarity.
Examples:
Presumption against forfeiture. Presumption of guilt. It is a common presumption that doctors know best, but patients should always ask questions and be informed about their healthcare decisions.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale, economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Advisor.
A person who gives advice about a particular subject.
Examples:
A medical advisor, chief advisor. After retiring, he continued to be an advisor to politicians.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Unemployed.
Not having a job, although able to work.
Examples:
Assignment for the unemployed youth. People who are unemployed. My father was unemployed for so long.
Economics.
The branch of social science that deals with the production, consumption, and transfer of goods and services.
Examples:
Welfare economics. Economics professor. His class will cover an introduction to agricultural economics.
Paycheck.
A check issued to an employee as payment for work or services rendered, the amount of money received in this check.
Examples:
Electronic paycheck. Monthly paycheck. I received a bonus on top of my regular paycheck this month.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Behalf.
Represent, advantage, benefit, the interest of someone.
Examples:
On behalf of our management. On his own behalf. I gave witness on her behalf.
Philanthropy.
The practice of voluntarily helping the poor, especially by giving money.
Examples:
Philanthropy organization. Private philanthropy. Tech billionaires often spend the majority of their time on philanthropy.
Communist.
Relating to or supporting the political ideology of communism, equals a form of socialism that abolishes private ownership.
Examples:
Communist Party. Communist activist. During the Cold War, many countries feared the spread of communist ideology.
Welfare.
The general health, happiness, and prosperous of a person or group.
Examples:
Child welfare. A welfare state. She struggled for years to survive without welfare.
Inflated.
Swollen or blown up, especially with air or gas, excessively or unreasonably high.
Examples:
Inflated prices. An inflated balloon. The athlete's ego became inflated by their success.
Bubble.
A thin, round, and often transparent mass of gas that is surrounded by a thin layer of liquid, a state of economic or social prosperity that is unsustainable and eventually collapses.
Examples:
Bubble in the champagne glass. Economic bubble. Many people worry that the current real estate market is a bubble that could burst soon.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
Boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Bucket.
An open container with a handle made of metal or plastic, often used for carrying liquids.
Examples:
Bucket list. Bucket of golf balls. She filled a bucket with water and carried it back to the house.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples.
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples.
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Counterintuitive.
Contrary to what common sense would suggest.
Examples.
Counterintuitive results. Counterintuitive behavior. The counterintuitive nature of quantum physics has been a source of confusion for scientists for decades.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples.
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Corridor.
A hallway or passageway, especially one connecting rooms or areas within a building or structure.
Examples.
Walk along a corridor. Air corridor. The long corridor was filled with people rushing to get to their rooms before the meeting began.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples.
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples.
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Congest.
To make something blocked or crowded so as to hinder or prevent freedom of movement or flow of liquid.
Examples.
Congest in a vein. Congest a highway. The roads to the airport were heavily congested.
Bully.
A person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. Verb, to intimidate, harass, or mistreat someone weaker or less powerful.
Examples.
Bully bystander. Bully the weak. The schoolyard bully terrorized the other children and made their lives miserable.
Reconcile.
To find a way of dealing with two or more ideas, needs, etc. that are opposed to each other to agree and coexist.
Examples.
Reconcile these differences. Reconcile a dispute. Sometimes it is challenging to reconcile science and religion.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system, the amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
Traffic jam. Heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Resourceful.
Showing creativity and ability to find quick and practical solutions to problems.
Examples:
Resourceful thinker. Resourceful cook in town. She was resourceful and found a solution to the problem on her own.
Profession.
An occupation or vocation requiring advanced education or specialized training.
Examples:
Profession choice. Healthcare profession. Being a doctor is considered a highly respected profession.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Era.
A period that is distinct from others, typically in history.
Examples:
Dawn of a new era. The era of the Renaissance. Political corruption was common throughout the post-war era.
Mindset.
The established set of attitudes or fixed ideas held by someone.
Examples:
Flexible mindset. The mindset in an education system. Countries whose goal is economic development often focus on fostering an entrepreneurial mindset in each individual.
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Procure.
To obtain, acquire, or secure something, often by effort or skill.
Examples:
Procure a rare antique. Procure services. I need to procure some supplies for the upcoming project.
Monolithic.
Characterized by massiveness, rigidity, and uniformity.
Examples:
Monolithic block. Monolithic system. Big technology companies try to integrate customers' data into monolithic applications.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
Afford to buy a new car. Afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the 2 wine-producing regions.
Strict.
Strongly limiting someone's freedom, allowing no deviation from a standard, rule, belief, etc.
Examples:
Strict compliance regime. In strict secrecy. Too strict a regulation for the private sector will stifle innovation.
Elderly.
A polite word for old.
Examples:
A home for the elderly. Elderly woman. The elderly woman is quite energetic.
Monetary.
Of or relating to the money in the country.
Examples:
The stance of monetary policy. Monetary rewards. The policy might bring more excellent monetary stability to the country.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Hardware.
Durable tools, machinery, and other equipment, the physical and electronic parts of a computer or other electronic systems.
Examples:
The hardware department. A vast inventory of hardware. The mouse and keyboard are essential hardware for operating a PC.
Blueprint.
A photographic print of an early plan for a building or machine.
Examples:
Blueprint for economic reform. Architect's blueprint. A business plan is a blueprint for your success.
Download.
To transfer data or files from the internet or computer network to a user's computer or device. Noun. The process of transferring data or information from a remote or central computer to a local computer or device.
Examples:
Download files from the internet. Download the assignment from the website. I need to download the latest update for my computer's operating system.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Plywood.
A strong, flexible, and lightweight engineered wood made of thin layers of wood veneer that have been glued together at alternating, perpendicular angles.
Examples:
Flexible plywood. Plywood furniture. Manufacturing companies use large sheets of plywood to make furniture and fixtures.
Threshold.
The floor or ground that forms the bottom of a doorway and offers support when passing through a doorway, the smallest detectable sensation.
Examples:
The threshold between rooms. High pain threshold. She's on the threshold of adulthood.
Affordable.
Not expensive and able to pay.
Examples:
Affordable housing. Affordable solution. The automaker has been providing affordable car financing options since last year.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Ideological.
Relating to or concerned with ideas and theories rather than practical matters.
Examples:
Ideological divide. Ideological differences. The book presents an ideological perspective on the role of government in society.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Adapt.
To make fit for change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Survival kit. A first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Bolt.
A metal bar that slides across to lock a door or window closed. A discharge of lightning accompanied by thunder. Verb, to move or jump suddenly.
Examples:
Bolt diameter. Bolt from my bed. The lightning bolt twigged in several directions.
Wedge.
A piece of wood, metal, or other material with one thick end and a narrow edge that is driven between two things or parts of objects to secure or separate them.
Examples:
Drive a wedge into a relationship. Put a wedge under the door. He inserted the wedge into a split in the log.
Peg.
A small cylindrical or tapered pin used to fasten or secure something, such as clothing, on a line, or in carpentry and woodworking. Verb, to fasten or secure something using a peg or similar object. To mark or indicate a level or position using a peg or similar object.
Examples:
Peg in the ground. Peg an exchange rate. The sheep were tagged with numbered plastic pegs in their ears.
Mallet.
A tool used to strike or tap an object, typically with a wooden, rubber, or plastic head. A percussion instrument consisting of a handle and a head, often used in orchestral percussion and marimba.
Examples:
Percussion mallet. Lucky mallet. The percussionist switched from sticks to mallets for a softer sound.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Array.
A large group or collection of things or people, especially one that is impressive or attractive.
Examples:
A two-dimensional array. An array of troops. The customer on the internet has to choose one from a formidable array of products.
Chassis.
The framework and mechanical parts of a vehicle or machine.
Examples:
Chassis design. Chassis frame. The chassis of the car is made of steel.
Clad.
Dressed or covered in a particular way, provided or protected with a particular material or substance.
Examples:
Clad completely in black. Clad in armor. The athlete was clad in a tight-fitting suit designed to reduce drag and improve performance.
Insulation.
The act or process of covering something to stop heat, sound, electricity, etc. from passing through. The materials used for this.
Examples:
Additional sound insulation. Insulation board. He installed fiberglass insulation in the wall.
Shifting.
Constantly changing or moving.
Examples:
Shifting balance. Continuously shifting landscape. Trends in the fashion industry are so shifting that it is challenging to keep up with them.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
Urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Prototype.
A first or preliminary example of something such as a device or vehicle from which other forms are developed.
Examples:
Complete a prototype product. Early prototype. The flying car is presently in the prototype stage.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Sociable.
Being friendly, outgoing, and inclined to engage in social activities or interactions, enjoying the company of others.
Examples:
Sociable gathering. Sociable atmosphere. She is a very sociable person who loves meeting new people.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Mundane.
Very ordinary and therefore lacking interest or excitement.
Examples:
Mundane affairs. Mundane objects. After returning from the war, he had a pretty mundane life.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Symmetrical.
Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts.
Examples:
Symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical pattern. This figure is symmetrical about the x-axis.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Principal.
Most important, main, or chief.
Examples:
Principal actor. Principal responsible. The principal reason for the company's success is its innovative products.
Pioneer.
Inventor, explorer, someone who is among the first to achieve something.
Examples:
Act as a pioneer. Early pioneers. John Whitney was a computer animation pioneer.
Reinvent.
To change something so drastically that it looks to be completely new.
Examples:
Reinvent local dishes. Reinvent our life. They have tried to reinvent their grocery stores.
Contrary.
Acting in opposition to what is expected or desired.
Examples:
The clear contrary. Contrary evidence. The two sides argued their points, but the judge ultimately sided with the contrary viewpoint.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Innovative.
Introducing or using new methods, ideas, etc.
Examples:
Use of innovative technology. Stylistically innovative works. The Prime Minister stressed the need to create innovative industries.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Barn.
A large agricultural building used for the storage of crops, equipment, or livestock.
Examples:
A barn for cows. Barn door. The farmer stored his hay in the red wooden barn.
Vernacular.
A language or dialect spoken by the ordinary people in a particular country or region.
Examples:
Vernacular language. Native vernacular. The poet wrote in the vernacular of ordinary people.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
creative writing, barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something, a legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
license renewal, software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Hack.
To hit and cut somebody or something roughly and violently, to find a bug in a computer program and break into their systems or networks.
Examples:
hack through the jungle, hack into the program. This blog offers a variety of tips for hacking everyday life.
Tinker.
To make repairs, adjustments, or improvements to something, especially in an experimental or makeshift way.
Examples:
tinker with the bill, tinker with the settings. He spent the afternoon tinkering with his car engine.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
amazing advances, the most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Earthquake.
A sudden and violent shaking of the ground caused by the movement of rock beneath the Earth's surface.
Examples:
an earthquake zone, an earthquake proof. The violent earthquake caused widespread damage and injuries throughout the region.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
awesome mental faculty, have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Favela.
A Brazilian shanty town or slum, typically located on the outskirts of a major city, characterized by poverty, overcrowding, and lack of basic services such as sanitation and security.
Examples:
favela neighborhood, people in the favelas. Many favela residents struggle to access basic amenities like running water and electricity.
Micro.
Extremely small in scale or scope, 1/millionth.
Examples:
micro bubble, micro force sensor. This approach employs both micro and macro analysis methods.
Skyscraper.
A very tall building, typically one in a city.
Examples:
skyscraper apartment house, steel-framed skyscraper. The 50-floor skyscraper loomed over the city, dwarfing the other buildings.
Self-made.
Having succeeded in life unaided, having become wealthy or successful through one's efforts.
Examples:
self-made entrepreneur, self-made man. He's a self-made millionaire who built his fortune from scratch.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
government bureaucracy, government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
extraordinary ability, extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
the structure of a machine, structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Solar.
Of, from, or relating to the sun.
Examples:
the solar system, a solar eclipse. Solar panels have greatly improved not only in performance, but also in durability.
Grid.
A pattern of regularly spaced horizontal and vertical lines, a system of high-tension cables by which electrical power is distributed throughout a region.
Examples:
a grid design, a wire grid. Grid pattern roads often appear in urban areas.
Sanitation.
The process of maintaining a clean and hygienic environment, particularly in public health and safety contexts. The practice of disposing of waste products in a safe and appropriate manner.
Examples:
sanitation standards, poor sanitation. Sanitation workers play a critical role in keeping our cities clean and healthy.
Wikipedia.
An online encyclopedia that allows users to contribute and edit articles collaboratively, a vast and frequently updated repository of information on a wide range of topics.
Examples:
Wikipedia entry, Wikipedia article. Not all teachers accept citing Wikipedia as a valid source for academic papers.
Consumption.
The amount used or eaten, the act of using up a resource such as energy, food, or materials.
Examples:
average fuel consumption, the consumption of food. In our country, water consumption usually decreases during the winter.
Ford.
A shallow place in a river or stream where it is possible to walk or drive across.
Examples:
Ford a river. Across a ford. The river was too deep to cross, so we had to find a ford downstream where the water was shallower.